Artists, storytellers, beatmakers, these are the latest news, deals, and free plugins from the music production world. Alright, let's start with something new, and I've got a freebie in this story as well. You can play guitar parts with one finger with Audio Modern's new Opacity 2. And this is really inspiring if you ever struggled to write with guitars. Opacity 2 is the second volume in the Opacity series, and it's a beautiful sounding cinematic guitar library. This one's built by Justin Hodges and Terry Grand, who are known for cinematic guitar work. And the idea here is that you're not programming notes, you're triggering real performances that already sound finished, and with just one finger. You get 20 complete scoring kits, and each kit is split into 4 categories: chords, phrases, sequences, and textures, so you can mix and match parts. This runs in Audio Modern's Soundbox engine, which is free and gives you modular effects, LFOs, a vector engine, and some deep shaping if you want to move things around. Opacity 2 is $29 at launch, and get this, if you're unfamiliar with Soundbox, you can download it for free, and they're giving away a bunch of free libraries for it as well. So feel free to try the free stuff first. I'll link it below along with Opacity 2. Alright, first major freebie. KV331 Audio is giving away Synthmaster One for a limited time. And this is the full version, not a cut down demo or some light thing, the actual synth that normally goes for around $49. If you've never used it, Synthmaster One is a proper wavetable synth, very much in the same lane as Serum or Massive X, but with a layout that's a bit more straightforward and easy to get around. Synthmaster One will be free until the end of the month. Stay tuned for another freebie that strums any instrument sound you have. Alright, another big story this week. Arturia just dropped Pigments 7. Now, this isn't a massive reinvention or something, but it's definitely one of those quality over quantity types of things. Pigments has been on a pretty steady yearly update cycle since 2018, and version 7 leans into sound design rather than new engines. The big new features include 3 new experimental filter modes called Rage, Ripple, and Reverb, and these are aimed at people who like something more aggressive or modern. The Rage filter is basically a feedback-driven distortion filter with different saturation flavors, and when you start pushing resonance or modulating the cutoff, it can get into gritty sound territory. Ripple is more on the weird side. It's a phase-based modulation filter that can do everything from sharp, laser-like transients to ringing metallic textures. And there's even more in this update. Envelopes are punchier, there's a new noise effect for adding grit and movement, and the play view got a cleaner, nicer refresh that makes performance tweaks a little quicker. So yeah, if you already use Pigments, this is a solid upgrade that gives you more edge and texture without changing how you work. And if you don't, maybe this is the reason you need to try it out. I'll link the new Pigments below. Question of the week. We've seen synths get updates in recent months. Which synth has been giving us the most relevant new stuff? Omnisphere, Serum, Pigments? Comment below. All right, this next one is more of a creative tool than a traditional effect, and it's built for those times when something seems missing in the music. This is Parrot from Clevgrand. It's an audio repeater that's designed to spark ideas instead of completely derailing your track. The way it works is it listens to incoming audio and gets tiny slices and then loops them into rhythmic patterns that kind of stay in line with what you're already doing. You can shape those loops with control over timing, pitch, dynamics, filtering, and variation, so it can be anything from subtle rhythmic accents to full-on glitchy chaos. It locks tightly to your DAW if you want, or you can let it drift off grid for some unpredictable results. Parrot is $29 at an intro price. So we're planning something very special for NAMM next month. If you're going to be there in person, look for me or Dorothy because we're going to be giving away stuff from Guitar Center, something everyone will love. Keep watching every week to learn more. Remember, NAMM in Anaheim, California next month. Find me. All right, Sonable just dropped SmartComp 3. And this is more than just a small version bump. The core ideas from SmartComp 2 are still there: spectral compression, intelligent ducking, but version 3 adds a new compression matrix, which lets you smoothly move between different compression characteristics instead of locking you into one sound. You also get a new compression scope, which visually shows you how far you can push compression on a signal before it kind of stops making sense. But here's where it gets especially practical. Group mode lets you link multiple instances of the plugin together so you can adjust threshold, ratio, attack, release across a whole session from just one interface, which is really good for vocals, drums, or buses. So yeah, if compression usually feels a bit confusing, this might be one of the more transparent and easier ways to get it done. I've got another free plugin in this video, but hey, if you haven't checked it out yet, make sure you check out my full wireless studio build. I try everything from wireless keyboards, drum pads, and it all comes together with AI's studio monitors and headphones, the only gear out there that was built to really handle the latency issue. Watch me try everything in the build. I'll link it below and right here. And hey, are you thinking about putting your music out there? Well, DistroKid is a simple and fast way to get your music onto Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, pretty much everywhere. And DistroKid collects earnings for you when anyone plays or purchases your music. It's simple to use and includes tools to help build your audience. I've created 2 videos on DistroKid that'll probably answer any questions you have. You can watch them right here. And if you're ready to sign up, use the link below to get 7% off your first year of membership. Hey, if you haven't picked it up already, don't miss out on Plugin Boutique's $69 bundle. You get a ton of plugins valued at over $1,800, and you get them all for $69. It's a great deal, one of the best of the season. And there's one more awesome deal. Track Spacer by Waves Factory is only $29 right now. It's one of my most used plugins ever. It carves space into any track by listening to another track. It's kind of like the cleanest ultimate sidechaining tool. I'll link both these deals below the video. Okay, here's a super fun freebie. This is Strum Plate, and the whole concept is separating what notes you play from when they happen. It's inspired by the old omnichord touch plate, and instead of strumming strings, you're basically strumming MIDI notes into existence. Here's how it works. You hold down a chord on your keyboard, but you won't hear anything yet. Those notes are just sitting in a buffer. Then you swipe your mouse across this on-screen gold plate or use your pitch wheel, and as you move, the notes of that chord get triggered in real time. And here's the thing, it feels more like performing than programming. You can use the mod wheel to control note length, going from short, plucky hits to long, sustained washes, and there's an octave range control that can turn a basic triad into these big harp-style runs pretty fast. The important thing to know is that this is a MIDI effect, not an instrument. It doesn't make its own sounds, it just generates MIDI. Strum Plate is totally free, and I'll link it below. All right. If you're ready to see how I built the completely wireless music studio, watch the video right here. Keep making the music you love, and I'll see you later.